Good evening, everyone, and thank you for having me on this platform where we'll be talking about music, artificial intelligence, and how they come to play together. So, the topic before us, what we'll be discussing this evening is music and AI. AI stands for artificial intelligence. And if you've been a part of this platform, by now you should have well known what music is. So I'm not going to define music again because we all know what music is. And I want to believe that to some extent we know what artificial intelligence is. So I will just brush over what artificial intelligence is without going into the in-depth of what it means. Artificial intelligence is just making machines to do what human beings are able to do. So making a computer to do what will naturally require intelligence from a human to do, that's artificial intelligence. Now, we've seen the application of artificial intelligence in various fields and walks of life. It is not a strange thing that artificial intelligence can find application even in music. So, I'll begin my presentation right away. We are going to see how we as musicians can begin to use artificial intelligence to improve our musical performances and so on. The way I see it, when you look at any musical piece, you have these components of a musical piece: the lyrics, the melody, the rhythm, chorus, verse, intro, outro, instrumentation, dynamics, genre, and so many other components. So we will see how we're going to use artificial intelligence in all these various compositions, these various components. So let's see. In lyrics, we can use artificial intelligence to generate lyrics. So it can help us to generate lyrics. Okay. Maybe before the end of the class, we'll generate just an arbitrary lyrics and see what we can do with it. We can also use artificial intelligence to generate melody. Okay. In fact, while I was preparing for this, I was playing around with some AI tools and I was able to come up with something. If you have enhancement earpiece, you will appreciate this more. Just listen to this for a while. So what you just listened to is a piece that I used an AI tool, I think less than an hour ago, to generate. So you can see how artificial intelligence is really making work easier for musicians. It took me just a few seconds, less than a minute, to be frank. Now, if you're a composer here, you know how long it will take to compose something like this. I am an orchestral person, a classical musician, so I know how long it will take me to arrange something this complex. But an AI tool with just a click of some few buttons was able to give me this, and even much more. I was able to generate like 6 melodies just using AI tools. So AI can also be able to help us create harmony, complex harmony structures, rhythms, and so on. So, and all these things, AI can help us to do instrumentations, dynamics, collaborative improvisation, and then this genre exploration. We can use AI to fuse different genres and come up with a different and entirely new style of music. Let's continue in our journey. So all this we've said is to bring us to this: AI tools for musicians. Most of the AI tools that are out there, or from the inception of AI tools, especially generative AI tools. Generative AI tools are tools that are used to generate contents, to content images, to generate images, text, videos, and so on. Good news for musicians, we have AI tools that we can use to create musical content as well, just like the one you just listened to, and even more complex ones. So let's look at some of them. So for lyrics generation, you can use your typical text generators, the ones that you're already familiar with. ChatGPT, Bing AI, Perplexity, you just name them. What you need to know is how to prompt the tool, and it is going to give you what you want. Let me see if we'll be able to have a little demo on that. So let's say you want to write a song on the weather is cold. So let's use the weather. You want to write a song on the weather, and you want the song to have, let's say, 4 stanzas, a chorus, and a bridge. So typically a stanza should have 4 lines and so on. So let's see how we're going to do it. I'm on ChatGPT 3.5. Let me zoom in a little. So we're going to create a song now, which maybe later you'll use some AI tools to add melody to it. So create a 4 stanza song using the following structure. Your ability to prompt your AI tool gives you the kind of result that you want. So I want 4 stanzas. Each stanza should have 4 lines ending in rhymes. Okay. The theme of the song should be about the weather about the cold weather, and of course, Christmas is approaching. Christmas. Let it have a chorus and a bridge. So this is just a crude prompt. So let's see what we are going to come up with. So this is our song. In winter's embrace, the frosty air, snowflakes dance, a sight so rare. So you can see the rhymes now. So we've just created a song. See the bridge. Where is the bridge? Underneath the mistletoe, hearts entwine, snowy landscapes. So this is one application of AI tool, lyrics generation. Now, a composer amongst us can carry these lyrics and give it some melody. So let's go ahead. The next one we have is melody and harmony generation. So I can take the structure of these lyrics I just generated and pass it through another AI tool, give it some instructions, and it will come up with melody and harmony for me based on this lyrics I just generated now. Let's go on. I'm really running out of time. Rhythm generation, chorus, verse, and bridge structures. We are going to, some of these tools that we are seeing here, please, you can explore them on your own. I'm going to attempt to make use of one. So let's proceed. Intro and outro extractions, instrumentation and arrangement. Then we have dynamic mapping. Now, if you observe, you see there's one tool that is constantly being emphasized and mentioned, this IVA. We're going to see it later. Then genre exploration. I really hope my network will allow me to use this software. So, using AI to create music. We are getting to the fun part now. How do we use AI to create music? Okay. First of all, just like you would do when you're generating any kind of content, you define your niche. So you define your objective, the aspect of music creation that you want this AI to help you with. That's why I began by listing out those components of a song, the lyrics, the harmony, the rhythm, the dynamics, the instrumentations, and all that. So you're going to determine and clearly define which aspect of the musical creation you want the AI tool to help you with. Then, after you've determined what you want to do, you choose the appropriate tool that is going to help you. Of course, as a musician, I don't expect you go and be using a tool that is not relevant to your field. You should not go and say you're using CorelDRAW to create music. It doesn't make sense. So you choose the appropriate tool for what you have chosen to do. Define what you want to do, then find the tool that achieves that. So here are some tools that can help you as a musician. Then let's continue. You learn the basics. So any tool that you have chosen, you have to learn how to use it. Familiarize yourself with that tool. It will definitely take time, and some of those tools, when you look at them, they might be quite intimidating at first. For example, this is the tool that I used to create that beautiful melody you just listened to. This is the Iva we are talking about. I think for now, I've been able to find the desktop version. It works on Windows and it works on Mac. I've not been able to find this app for mobile phones. So you familiarize yourself with the interface of the app, the tool that you want to use. Some of them, maybe you might need to take some lessons online, go on YouTube. And the beauty of it is that you can interact with any text generator to teach you. In fact, let me tell you a secret. You see this Iva, I had never heard about it before until when I was preparing for this. Okay. And I kept on seeing Iva. I said, okay, let me check out and see what this Iva is. And I discovered that it is such a wonderful and a beautiful tool. So I expect that after this, you will experiment with it and generate beautiful melodies. Now experiment with inputs. Okay. See how the tool that you've chosen to use responds to the kind of input that you give it. Some of those tools will just take in text from you and convert them to music. Some of them will take in some MIDI input and then enhance what you are giving to them. Some of them will make you make some selections, and then based on your selections, they will now generate what you want. So usually you will not get it right at your first iteration. So what do? Try again. You refine your prompts. You refine your inputs so that you will get better results. Experiment with different inputs and explore variations of this, your music that you are generated. Now, you can combine different AI tools to get better results. You can combine different AI elements to get better results. Okay? Collaborate with AI. I think we are still going to talk about this collaborating with AI when we get to ethical issues on using AI in music. So you should use AI as a collaborative tool. AI should be an assistant. It should not be a replacement. You should only use it to enhance what you already know how to do. So you should not let AI to just completely replace and take over what you are doing. It is a tool to enhance your productivity as a musician. Explore real-time interactions. See how you can incorporate your music into live performances and see how they really look like. Now, stay updated. You know, the field of AI tools, they keep getting updated from time to time. And if you just stay at one point, you will be lost in the race. There are new innovations coming up every time. Don't be surprised that maybe when you go to download this tool, the interface might look different. Don't be surprised that by tomorrow we'll have better tools. So you stay updated of innovations and development and emerging technologies. Experiment with multiple tools. So don't just pick one tool and start running away with it. There could be better tools out there. So explore. Explore. You see, when we say we're using AI to do things, it's not supposed to make you lazy. It is not a one size fits all. It is not AI is not a magic wand, or it's not a spell that you just cast and then immediately you begin to have instant result. No. There is no single AI tool that will give you everything that you want. So you will need to check out for other tools, experiment with them, play around with them. Take time. If you really want to use AI as a musician, you will spend time exploring, experimenting, trying, tweaking, refining, redefining, and so on. Now, see, anytime we are talking about AI, we will not always fail to talk about some ethical issues that come up with the use of AI. Yes, I love using AI tools. In fact, I use AI tools every day, every day. Um, but, but there are serious ethical issues that we must consider every time we are using AI. Let's look at these issues. One, authorship and attribution. You see, it is quite difficult. It will be difficult to determine who the author of a piece created by AI is. Okay? Now look at this. This piece that I played for you now, who created that piece? Yes, I used a tool and I clicked some buttons. I entered some parameters and the melody came out. But I didn't strike a single note on my instrument. In fact, I didn't even think about how the structure of the melody is going to be. All I did was push some buttons, enter some parameters. So this piece that I created now, who is the author? Let's say I'm converting this piece now into into sheet music, and it is to be used in the public domain. Who will be giving the credit? Is it me? Is it the person that programmed the software? Or is it either the tool that I used to create this melody? So these are some of the ethical issues. Originality and plagiarism. Originality and plagiarism. Now, the issue here is that when you are interacting with AI tools, they pull data from various sources, from multiple points to give you what you want. Now, some of the tools will not give credit to the original source. And you know, when you use somebody's work without attributing that person, you are doing plagiarism. And it is a serious offense. So This is one of the issues: originality and plagiarism. This melody, where is the melody that we created? This melody that we created with AI, can we claim ownership of this? Can I claim ownership of this? Because definitely this AI model, this tool, has been trained with the works of different people. And I'm telling you that, you see, all these things now, it picked them from somewhere. And I may not be able to credit who wrote this. And I could run into serious copyright issues. So these are some of the things you must consider when you're using AI tools. Cultural appropriation. I have 15 minutes more, but I still have a long way to go. Bias in training data. Now, let me explain this. For you to understand how these tools are designed to think and to work, imagine a super intelligent being that has photographic memory. You bring every book that has ever been written, every post that has been made online, every video that has been published, every documentary, every melody, and you give it to this person. And he reads them or listens to them. That is how AI models are trained. Okay. Now, everybody who is developing, every developer has some bias. What is bias? Bias is just the preference that you have. So, the bias of the tool that you are using, the bias in the data that the tool you are using was trained with, can significantly affect the outcome of the results you are getting from that tool. Job displacement. You see, many people are afraid that AI is going to take over their jobs. And true, AI will take over many people's jobs, but only those who don't bother to explore the world of AI. I keep saying that a time is coming that it is either you know how to develop AI tools or you know how to use AI tools. Otherwise, you'll be lost. So one of the ethical issues is that AI tools, AI in music, can lead to job loss for human composers, which could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on which side of the divide you are. If you're a developer of AI tools, good for you. If you are a human composer who failed to stay abreast, updated with the latest trends, sorry. Transparency and explainability. You see, if I take the time to create a melody, I can explain to you what I was thinking, the emotions I was feeling as I put note after note, as I put note over note, as I put the chords, the melodical flow, okay, the dynamics, all those things. But using AI, we cannot explain this. Please, all these things I'm saying is not to discourage you from using AI tools, no, but it's to help you to use AI better so that you don't run into unnecessary problems. When you know these ethical issues, you will be more guided on how to use AI tools. Let's continue. access and inclusivity. There's what we call digital divide. That is the difference, the gap between those who have access to technology and those who don't have. You see, I just told you that this IVA that I used now is only available for computers, for PC. How about someone who doesn't have a computer but wants to use a tool like this to create music? So you see the issue of access and inclusivity coming up now. Privacy. See, before I was able to start using this tool, I had to give it my name, my email address. So invariably, this tool has access to my Google information. And if you have somebody who has ulterior motives in this company, you can begin to imagine what they will do. Okay, so before you use any tool, make sure you go through and see what they are collecting from you. 10 minutes to go. Let's see. Emotional impact and manipulation. I think I'm just going to run through these. We'll get the slides. So, we've seen how we can use AI in music. We've seen some tools. We've seen ethical issues. Now, here is a counsel for anybody who wants to begin to use AI in music. Understand the technology. So familiarize yourself with the basics of AI and how it applies to music composition. Understand the power of AI and its limitations. AI can do a lot, but it cannot do everything. So understand what it can do and what it cannot do. Sorry, I'm having issues with my mic. This, I sincerely apologize for network challenges. Please, can we hear me? Sorry, please. My primary device, I don't know what the issue is, but don't worry. I am recording everything that I'm doing. I'm going to see how to send the video to Levi so that we'll be able to get it. Nonetheless, I'm going to continue from this device, but forgive me, it's only audio you'll be having now. So we're talking about um, the counsel for those who wants to use AI. I have 6 minutes to go. So understand how the tools work, their capabilities and their limitations. Then the second one is define your purpose. So you don't just jump into using of an AI tool without understanding, without defining what you want to go. It's like jumping into the park and you don't have a destination. See, you wouldn't really know which vehicle to board. You'll just be wandering there aimlessly. Define your purpose, what you want to do with the AI tool. Then explore different options. We've said this before. There are different AI tools, and each of them with their capabilities, with their strengths, with what they are built primarily for. So explore the different options that are available and see the one that best suits your need. Use AI as a creative aid, not as a replacement. AI is to help you and not to replace you. So use it to aid you, to help you, to get inspiration, to get variations, and give you a starting point for your compositions. So you should AI should be your partner. Collaborate with AI, then maintain the creative control. You, the human being that is using the tool, you are in charge. AI is not in charge. You are to use AI and dictate for AI what it should do, not AI dictating for you. You should be in charge. Maintain control. So explore new horizons. Of course, don't just stick to your genre. I think prior to this meeting, I was discussing with somebody. I was telling the person, this is my genre of music. So don't just remain there. Seeking to explore new frontiers in music, we should all also. And AI can help us experiment that, explore more frontiers together. So beware of the ethical considerations that we have discussed earlier on. Beware of ethical considerations as you use AI. Then combine AI with traditional techniques. Again, AI is not to replace you. It is just to help you. So it is just to help you do your job better. Just like you use a vehicle to get to where you're going to faster. When you get there, you leave the vehicle in the park and you enter the building. You don't go inside with the building, into the building with the vehicle. No. The vehicle was just meant to take you there. So AI tools are just meant to help you and not to replace the traditional traditional methods and the techniques of music creation. We have 3 minutes to go. So stay informed about developments in AI and how they apply to music field. As time goes on, as the years go by, we'll have better understanding of these tools. There'll be newer developments, innovations, emerging trends. Stay updated with them. And the beautiful thing is that just use another AI tool. Use ChatGPT, use Bing. I just ask them, use Google, what are the latest trends, emerging technologies on AI as they apply to music, and you're going to get tons and tons of results. Educate yourself on copyright and legal considerations. I think musicians need to really understand how copyright issues work. I was hearing of a case going on between musicians that they are suing each other because musician is claiming another musician stole components of his songs and so on. And I've mentioned earlier that AI tools are trained with different materials from different sources. And it is very possible when you prompt it, it is going to pull those data from those sources. And if you're not careful, you could land into legal issues. So understand copyright laws and legal considerations about AI generated music, share and collaborate. So don't be an island. Share and collaborate with other musicians around the world. So in conclusion, we've seen the intersection of AI, artificial intelligence, and the different ways that we can use AI. And I'm actually encouraging you to use artificial intelligence, but as a collaborative tool, not as a replacement for what you do. So combine the strengths of AI and traditional techniques, stay informed about the latest trends of AI, understand how musicians can pioneer innovative composition that transcends boundaries. Okay, understand how you can use AI to improve your productivity as a musician. So with this, I've come to the end of my presentation with 34 seconds to spare. Thank you very much for your time, and I sincerely apologize for the network issues I had with my main device. As I said, the meeting, my presentation was recorded from start to finish. I will get the video to the organizer of this webinar, and including the slides, and then somehow you'll be able to get them. So thank you very much for having me. You've been a wonderful audience, and I've enjoyed my time in this meeting. Thank you very much.